Hey there, everybody. Well, I'm back, and I figured I would take you on a base tour of my home base. The very first one I made. Well, not the first one. The first one was that little wooden shack on the first planet. This was my first real base I made. Once I got off that planet and wanted to see what we could build, how we could build, what it was all like. So I'm up here on my freighter, in my system, and my planet is right down here. So if you warp into this system, which I'll show you here, the bottom left corner is the portal glyphs for the system. You're welcome to come check out any of my bases. I've got probably 5 or 6 in the system. Every planet has a base. So when I do a base tour, if you're looking for a certain base, make sure you pay attention to what planet it's on, because that'll definitely help. Alright, so we'll go down here to Nebethal Beta, my home planet, with my home base. This is the planet that got me hooked on the system. I like to explore a lot, and when I found this planet, the oceans and the coastal areas of this planet were just beautiful. So I flew around the planet for about an hour, maybe 2 hours, looking for just the right space, which I think I did. I think I did pretty good. As you can see, there's a giant cove here just to the right of my base that opens up into the ocean. And then you go up over the hill to the left, and there's another giant ocean on that side, and there's a pretty nice crashed fighter. I want to say it's an A-class fighter crashed just off the coast over there. So we come down. I like to come in kind of slow, because my bases tend to be a little bigger. This one not so much, but normally my bases take a little bit to spawn in. So I just let the ship fly down as it will. And here's our landing area. And I love that the NPC ships finally land at our bases, which I saw 2 as we landed. Yep, we've got 2. A B-class fighter and a big hauler. Again, no tail. I don't get it. I like that extended neck though, but there's no tail. I really don't understand that. Awful storm, it figures. This planet rarely storms, but I don't know if we can break through the storm with... Not really. A little bit. Anyway, this is our landing pad. So when you land, you're going to pick one of these 4. Have an enjoyable landing. You'll go into that main hut right there in front of you. And inside here, we have the teleporter and a small transporter right here. So we'll take a ride down, and this is going to take us into our main base down on ground level. Now this, whenever I try to get out of here, I always go the wrong way and I warp back up to my ship. So just kind of look around before you take off, and then you can walk right out. Now when you walk out that main door, take a left, or you can walk around, look at the base. There's not really much set up in here. I didn't really decorate as much as I could have or should have, at least not in here. But I've got a couple large refiners. I've got a nutrient processor down the other end. But if we go out this door here, down the stairs, we come down into my garden. Now in here is my agricultural area. All my greenhouses and this little area here. Now each one of these greenhouses is stocked with a separate growable. And all the growables that we can grow are in here. So if there's anything you desire or you need, you're welcome to come here, help yourself, take as much as you want, and come back as many times as you want and clean it out. I never, or I should say I rarely come here to take items. This was just to have one of each right at kind of the beginning of the game, so I kind of knew what we could or couldn't do. And for different Quicksilver missions, it does help to have one of everything growing. That way when you actually do go to the planet where you need to turn them in, you only have to find a couple, if any. This one base has been kind of glitchy occasionally, where these hallways will be blocked, the entire hallway, or the little bubble room won't be open. It'll just be bubble wall all the way across. It's the weirdest thing. And then I'll have to come through and either re-put a hallway or delete a hallway. It's just so weird. I don't get it. And the game has still got a little buggy, but we also have nip-nip buds. For some reason, there are some people that still don't have them or don't know where to get them. I got mine for a Quicksilver mission. I had 5 of them just tucked away for the longest time. And I started reading on different forums that people were looking for nip-nip buds because they didn't know how to grow them. And I had 5, so I started them in a pod. Now I've got a full set. So if anybody needs any, you're welcome to come here and help yourself. Now, all we do is go out here. And I'll take you through the house to my little underwater bay. If we come through here, oh, got a little save spot here and a nutrient processor here. I have found I use nutrient processors so much. I have them in every single build. They're just handy all around. So if we just come down here real quick. Again, this was just to see what the different parts were, what we could do with them. It's completely undecorated, which, as you can see in some of my other bases as I do them, undecorated is not my thing. But my Nautilion is under here, and one of the weirdest things is, if you look under here, I excavated all of this down here just to fit my Nautilion in and out so it wouldn't bottom out on the building, and it's never grown back. And I don't understand, because every other build I ever did, the ground grew back. Even in this base, you can see certain places where the ground has come back through the floor. Just a little bit, but it has. So I don't know why underwater is any different. If anybody notices that too, that would be awesome. Let me know. If you excavate underwater and build like a giant cave base, and it's underwater, will the ground go back or won't it? Because I don't know. By the looks of what's under there, and I mean, you can see here, the grass is all coming up all through here, and I can get rid of it now and it'll come right back. Right out here, these trees, I've gotten rid of time and time again, but they still come back. But underwater, nope. Even this, you can see, that was all part of my patio, and it's all overgrown. I don't understand. Okay, anyway of that rambling, we'll come over here. This is my little workshop. Now we'll start off here to the right. This is my construction room. My construction terminal's in here with all of his gear. We go through here, and we got all of my Exocraft terminal and his gear. And I got my weapons shop. I love the things we can do in this game. Like I say, this is my first trial and error. So I think I did pretty good. And I love how this base item cache is here on this side, because it looks like it kind of fits right in. But in the weapon shop, only half of it, or a little chunk of it, sticks out. And it kind of fits with everything else in here too. I was kind of excited about that. It was a mistake to begin with, but it turned out pretty cool. And up here is all my storage. All right, there it goes. All of my storage is up here. On that side is just common items. But on this side, if you're here, come take whatever you need. As much of it as you need. And come back as much as you would like. And that is it. That is my little workshop. And if you are harvesting here and you ran out of room, up here underneath my landing pads are all my storage containers. And they're all numbered. 0 through 9. And they're numbered the way they're supposed to be. So if you put them down in your base and you use these, they're going to be the same as the same numbers that you have. I know some people, I got kind of lost on one. I had gone to their number 1 storage container, which I know what's in my number 1 storage container, so I went to it, and it was backwards. They had numbered it wrong. Their number 1 was actually number 9 on the list as you put them down. So that's why I kind of specified. Mine is actually the way they're numbered. And that is it. That is my little base. Now with the light up in the air, I can give you a little bit better look. Overview of what we got going on here. And there it is. That is my little home base. Oh, and down here you can see my here. But that's it. Feel free to stop by. Leave me a message of what you think. And down in the comments, by all means, tell me what you think. Tell me what you would like to see. If there's anything farm-wise that you need, that you would like me to build, that you just don't have the time or energy or desire to build, let me know. I enjoy building, and I'll be glad to build something, set it all up, let you know where it's at, and you can just go have fun. I do have a full stasis farm. The giant circuit board farm I have is, I believe, in this system. And I have all the gases. They all have their own farms. So you are set if you need stasis devices, if you need just circuit boards. I also have a small stasis device farm out at the NMSA hub, hosted by Captain Steve. This is his personal hub, and it's the opposite direction from the core, and it is an amazing place. If you haven't seen any of Captain Steve's videos, you must be living under a rock, because he is amazing. I highly suggest go to look at him up. His builds are awesome. He's one of the funniest guys I've grown to know on these channels. He's awesome. I truly enjoy everything. And he had me build a small circuit board farm out in his hub. And I did that. He showcased it on his channel, and that was one of the reasons why I got to do this channel, is the comments that he got from that really kind of built my confidence, I guess. Not to mention, there's quite a few other people that have seen my builds. Mia 10. She's got a channel. She just started, and she is awesome. She is one of the most creative builders I've seen. She's got some pixel art builds that just will blow you away. And one of them is out in the NMSA hub. You have to go see. She's awesome. So this is it for me. I'm done rambling. Hopefully you enjoyed my show, or my video, or my tour, or whatever you want to call it. And I will talk to you guys all later. Enjoy yourselves.